YouTube, what's going on? I'm ASG Eric.
I'm BTalk17.
And we're the founders of the Small Streamer Society.
Today we got our featured streamer of the month, Philosopher Queen.
Let's get her in here.
And here she is, Philosopher Queen, gracing us with her royalty. Welcome to the hot seat.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hello. All right, so I guess we're just going to kick it off the same way we always do, okay? I always ask everybody the same question, and that is, where did Philosopher Queen come from? Where'd you get the name? Tell me everything.
Well, the name is based on a philosophical theory of philosopher kings, so it's a play on that. It's like the whole idea was that like the monarchy or like rulers will never be just until they're philosophers. So I changed it to philosopher queens because I'm female. And then 399 is the year Socrates was executed.
Wow.
Okay. That
Way more
that
in
might
depth.
be one of the most in-depth ones we've ever had.
I think we just got a history lesson. That's pretty impressive. That's awesome, honestly.
Tune in for next week's video, History by Philosopher Queen.
Seriously, that's awesome. That's so. So, what made you choose that name for gaming? And was it just something going together? And
I'm also a history major, so
couldn't tell.
Yeah, And then Socrates is my favorite philosopher, so it kind of just happened.
Blended the two together.
Yeah.
Created this awesome name. Put up the persona. Got your kingdom going. So, what got you into streaming? What was it? What was that one day you were just like, you know what? Video games are awesome, and people should share my awesomeness.
Well, I've always thought video games were awesome. The whole sharing part was more of King's and I's idea to do together. He was a lot more excited about it than I was per se, because he was like, "Oh yeah, I want to play my aggressive shooter games, and connect with people who also play aggressive shooter games." And I was just like, "I play fun indie games mainly." So, but there seems to be a bigger community out there for that than I thought there was. So,
absolutely, right? Yeah. I know. I always catch you playing Stardew Valley, and I love just listening to that game because the noises are just so funny. It's like bloop, bloop, bloop.
So for those who don't know, who's King?
Oh, that's my husband, the Wolf King.
Hell yeah!
The streaming power couple. Okay.
Oh yeah. One of
BTalk and Rogue down. Philosopher Queen and King up.
Oh yeah, it's the reigning champs there. It's life goals right there. Queen and the King. But so what got you guys to like streaming together? It's as a couple streamer. There's plenty of challenges that have come with that on my end. My wife being 5 feet next to me and rather loud. So what kind of challenges and or compromises or agreements if you had to make any as a couple streamer, did you guys have to maybe do?
Well, the biggest thing is that when we first started playing games together, he would only play COD. That was literally it. So I was like, okay, no, you have to play more games because I'm not just playing COD every day. No, just no.
I remember that.
Yeah. And so one of the biggest things was just getting him into other games. And so now his game library has definitely expanded. But otherwise, it's also I had to switch him over to Xbox, and we had to get rid of the PlayStation. No PlayStations here. Yeah, nah. I wasn't gonna switch. I've been a gamer way longer and more set in my ways. I was like, I will not change from the Xbox. So
I love it. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's pretty funny.
It's like no, we're Xbox gamers in this household. Period.
Yeah,
put your foot down.
Much.
Damn right. I like that.
I have my extra controller here for when I destroy the one that I use.
Oh, we got a party crasher here. Who's that?
This is Ayla.
Ayla.
just oh gosh,
Just showing her booty on stream there. Aw.
yeah. She likes to attack the lamp and be loud, but she's also
Nice little.
on my lap.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen your cat on camera, honestly.
And I don't know. During ladies' night, she likes to crash. B-Tech, gotta come to ladies' night.
Yeah, I guess I do.
I mean,
good.
You're not invited to ladies' night, B-Talk.
I don't know. Maybe I should be. Maybe I need to learn some things.
You know what?
So.
Yeah, maybe we should be invited to ladies' night.
It's very educational.
Right. But yeah, speaking of
out.
ladies' nights, you recently did a couple all-female podcasts, if I recall correctly. One under the Small Streamer Society banner, and then one I guess you guys did. I don't know if it was under anybody specific, but just a conglomerate of female streamers that came together for podcasts. You know, what kind of comments do you have for female streamers that could be watching? You know, encouragement that you could give them, things to look out for, and advice for non-female streamers that come into female streamers chats that I usually just ban outright.
Yeah. So for female streamers, I think it's really important to find other female streamers, and then hopefully like that'll blossom into a friendship. But even if it doesn't, it's nice to have that support as well, because no one else is really going to understand what you're going through streaming besides another female. Because for the non-female streamers that come into female streamers chats, if they're not being respectful, which you will find a good majority of the time, that can be really difficult.
Twitch is a place, huh?
Yeah.
The interwebs. Gotta love it. But yeah, what would you give? Because I know you've had plenty of these jerkwads, you know, come into your stream. How do you personally deal with these? You know, does it affect your mentality? And you know, what do you do to maybe get over, you know, block?
So that's one of the reasons we've created ladies night. So like once a month, some gals and I get together and we kind of just rant about men. That is one of the things we rant about, like the people who come into our chats, or like things that happen to us in everyday life and things like that. And that's a nice outlet to have, that like, you know, other ladies are going through it with you. And it's just a fun stream. We laugh a lot. But I have a zero tolerance for it in my chat, and on like any of my social media, it's just outright like you're blocked or banned, or both.
Perfect.
Depending on what it is.
Absolutely.
There's no
so if you're watching chat, viewers, YouTubers, stop. You know, if you're one of those people, just stop. I mean, see, it just amazes me how in this day and age people just, yeah, it's like, you know, the internet is not as anonymous as we like to think it is. Like, you know, we're gonna find you and we're gonna call you out and we're gonna ban you. Like,
we're gonna do it. Small Streamer Society is doing it. We're gonna shut them all down, all of them.
Absolutely.
This video is gonna do it. No more after this.
But speaking of those female podcasts, we'll post the link to the female podcast that the Small Streamer Society did, featuring Philosopher Queen here and a few others. You know, definitely go follow Philosopher Queen as well and check out her podcast that she has. You said weekly?
Monthly.
Sorry. Monthly. I'm a man. I don't listen. I'm sorry. I know. I'm terrible.
Rogue talks about it during ladies' night.
Oh, I know she does. I know she does. It's information goes in, and the net is very wide in there, so lots of things just kind of, you know, go through.
I am gonna start to attend ladies' night. I want to bash on B-Talk. Sign me up. I'm there, man.
Absolutely. But yeah, so as far as your brand goes, so what is it like when, like, your viewers, your community, what kind of I mean, obviously everybody wants an inclusive community, you know, everybody wants a kind community. What kind of vibe or theme do you typically go for in building your brand, building your community, you know, on social media, on Twitch, whole 9 yards?
Question mark. Just
Dot,
let her
dot, dot,
answer
dot,
the
dot.
question.
Um, so like I obviously try to keep it, like a space that's really safe and just everyone can come in and just have a nice, chill vibe. And that's what I get told most by my viewers is that it's really chill. And so that's what, like sometimes I just like play music and that's it, or sometimes we're just playing a nice fun game. But I don't know. While that being said, I have it to obviously only 18 plus on mine. Like I have like the little warning too because you never know what to expect in indie games. First off, also I don't really want children in my chat.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Like that what was that game, that Mischievous Girl one? I don't know if you played that one. I think you did. I remember. What was that Mischievous game? The girl, Little
I'm
Misfortune.
trying to get
You need to play
Well,
that.
Oh
You
my
should,
god,
you
I
should
watched
totally
Rogue play that entire game.
well, like
I don't know why.
the last two like random games I played or watched off the Xbox Game Pass just showed a penis just right in the
Wow.
open.
Right off of
As-
Game
There
Pass.
was.
Interesting.
Right off the Game Pass, yeah. You just no warning, just bam. And I was like, okay, well, we're glad we have that on.
No warning, just
Yeah,
penis.
just no warning.
Wow.
You try to duck that on social media as much as you can, and then it's in the games that you want to play. That's nuts,
Absolutely.
Yeah, very, very unexpected. So random
that's
and
crazy.
unnecessary, but
huh?
there you go.
That's interesting. DM me the game so I don't download it, okay?
Rogue and we just played a co-op one that was on it was an EA game. And in the very beginning of the game, just a bunch of bare-ass naked men, and we were like, what? Like for
Wow.
a solid 5 minutes, they're just showering this guy's ass, and that's all that's on the
Oh.
screen. And we're like,
Well,
what the
now.
heck?
Starting to sound like my kind of game.
Yeah, DM that one to B-Talk so he can download it.
Oh man. Oh
Oh,
man,
so,
that's funny.
So, I mean, we know what your brand is and we know who you are, which is awesome. But tell us more. Like, what's the dream? Like, do you want to be like a big full-time streamer, or do you kind of just do this for fun?
I definitely do it a lot more for fun. I haven't expanded as much effort as I could to grow. Because sometimes I'm just
Fair.
like, I just want to stream, and whoever shows up is just gonna show up. But maybe one day I'll try a little more to expand.
Well,
But right now
I gotta
I'm
say,
kind of just vibing.
so, oh, I'm sorry, I cut you
Just
off.
let her finish,
I
man.
know.
It was one sentence. You know? Well, I don't know which way you are on the screen, but whichever way you are, I mean, god damn it, Peacock. There it is. You stupid. Fuck up, Peacock.
All right, I'm just gonna mute my mic.
Well, now you might as well talk. You've already interrupted the moment.
All right. Well, we know your clip
This
game
guy.
strong. Your social media presence is pretty on point. You post a hell of a lot to Hover, TikTok, Instagram. I think, right? Too. You don't have Instagram, right? And you don't
No
have Twitter.
Instagram.
But TikTok and Hover, I know you're definitely on, and I see pretty much my feed has always got something with you in it. So as far as posting to social media goes, what are your recommendations? What do you find works best for you as far as those platforms? And have you seen a lot of growth from them?
Yes, for the growth. Both of them. I've grown a lot from them. They're both great apps to use. If you're going to use them, specifically TikTok, you have to post a lot. You just have to post a lot. It could be nonsense. It could be whatever. But when they say 3 times a day, every day, they say it. That's how both Rogue and I got to over 1,000 followers on there to be able to do lives. You just have to post a ton. And not all right after each other. It has to be sporadic throughout the day. But sometimes I'll get in moods to where I post more often, more twice or once a day now, because 3 times a day is a lot. Once you hit that mark to where you can do lives, I'm like, I kind of just want to do lives now, because you see similar growth from just doing lives. You'll gain 7 followers during a live or something like that.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then Hover has been amazing. It's really great for if you play like Apex. It's really good if you play Apex. um,
Yeah.
which I do, so that's nice. Those videos always do pretty good. The smaller games don't do as good, but they find that niche group. But the
Cool.
cool feature is that it shows when you go live, and I've had a lot of people visit my stream from that, so it's been nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Yeah, Hover, wonderful app, but for some reason FPS just reigns
Mhm.
supreme in that app. It's really hard, but when you do,
I mean,
like you
that's
mentioned,
like
finding
most.
that niche audience, you do find quite a few amazing streamers and networks, through some of those indie games or non FPS games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like kind of all of them, though. I mean, FPS is kind of in control of most of these platforms, you know. So that's where I think that a lot of the apps and all that could better themselves, you know. But it seems like Hover's working on it. I mean, it seems like they post pretty regular updates, and they're like, I saw a tweet from them was like, "We see you, smaller games," and they're working on something. So I mean, it's pretty cool. But as long as they're working for you, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I seem to like it so far anyways. It's like I've seen a steady stream of growth whenever I post a video, and I've seen people actually come into the chat. Sometimes they just like because you get a notification when someone visits your stream from Hover, and so sometimes like
Right.
you'll see it during when you're streaming, but then no one talks, and you're like, okay, they just came by for the vibe for a second. But then you get someone who's like, oh, I found you on Hover, or I found you on TikTok, and I'm like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So I mean, we pretty much asked all the questions we typically ask. So I guess I'll leave the floor open to you. Any last remarks? Anything you'd like to say, but before we dip out of here?
Mainly just play what you want to play and do what you want to do, or else what's the point in doing it? Kind of like who cares if it's
Exactly.
popular? Just do what you want to do.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I should have taken that advice when I started streaming. If only there was a time machine, huh? That's like the best advice. Don't get trapped in games. You know,
No.
Yeah.
because you think it's gonna help your view count. It's not.
Or
I
don't
used to
feel
be
like
trapped there.
pressure to stream every single time you play video games, because that can just
Oh,
ruin video games.
oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. All right, well, uh, thank you for coming by, Philosopher Queen,
Thanks
our
for having
featured
me.
streamer. I don't even know what month it was. I think February,
February.
February.
but
Yeah, it's March now.
we're posting it in March. Okay, it's fine.
Absolutely. Featured
She
streamer
gets
2 months in a row because she's queen.
two.
Okay. Royalty. But yeah, so that's Philosopher Queen, our featured streamer for the month of February and March. We got all of her socials down below. I'm gonna let Eric do the rest of the spiel because I've already forgotten exactly what's supposed to be said here.
All right, so before you leave this video, okay, you're gonna go down to the description. You're gonna find all of Philosopher Queen's links. You're gonna click them. Okay, you're gonna follow her. You're gonna like whatever the hell each individual app wants you to do. You're gonna do that, okay? And then you're gonna scroll a little bit further, and you're gonna go to all the small streamer society things, and you're gonna follow and like and whatever those too. And then you're gonna come back here, okay? So you're gonna leave 6 times. So you're gonna come back, and you're gonna like this video. You're gonna drop a comment down below saying, "Hi, Philosopher Queen, how are you?" And she's gonna respond and say, "I'm good, how are you?" And I have a phone call, I can't hear anything. Okay, better, sorry. Like, comment, and subscribe, not only to us, but to Philosopher Queen. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in chat.